Welcome to Avalon Robotics RobotStudio tutorials. In each of these tutorials you'll learn key skills as well as tips and tricks on how to use and program an ABB industrial robot. If you do like these tutorials, I would ask that you please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. How to import a robot and build a virtual controller. Just want to review real quick. Super powerful. I hope everyone can understand how RobotStudio is organized. Two blocks next to each other, component group. Inside the component group you can have other component groups nested inside of it. Inside a component group you can also have a part. Again, 3 levels of nested component groups. You can just keep nesting, but it comes down into parts and then bodies. So you have a body, you have a part, you have a component group, and then nested component groups. So this is super powerful, as you'll see, in very complex assemblies. And it helps you to be able to quickly maneuver different parts around, change appearances, troubleshoot, or even brainstorm different ideas you might have. This is really, really powerful. So we don't have mates. Typically what you'd find in like Onshape or SolidWorks or Inventor is that you can mate things together. RobotStudio truly doesn't have mates, but how you get around not having mates is you create component groups. And like right now you can kind of feel like my casters are mated to my base frame because they're nested underneath it. I can come up here and do move and rotate. So everything is going to move together because it's mated together, but it's really not. They're just underneath the main component group. Okay, so there's the base frame. I didn't go over last time, but these are really important. You'll use these all the time. If you wanted to select component group, you can come in and you can see that it's going to select the base frame, or it'll even select that component group of that caster. If I wanted to get to a part level, I can select that and it'll select the part that I just highlighted. If I want to get to a body, it's going to select the body of it. And you can also do surface. Don't use that one very much, but I use parts and component groups a lot. Okay, so now let's put on to here, let's do a virtual controller. So we're going to come in, we're going to put a robot into here. It's a new controller. I'm going to select the 2600. Like I said, I just built this for the 2600. My robot wear is 61507. I'm just going to use the standard one. Okay, so now it imported the robot at the origin of this station. And you can see that it's sitting on the cart. But what you can also see is that if I move to like a front view, the robot is down because my origin for this base frame is set to the top of the tube and not the top of the metal plate. So let's change that. We're going to hide the robot real quick. We're going to come in and 2600 base. We're going to right click, modify, set local origin. Use this all the time. All the time. So what we're going to do is you can see that right now the local origin, if you can see, is down below the base plate, the metal plate. So I'm going to select right here, and it's going to bring it up a ½ inch because that's what the plate is a ½ inch. And now my base frame is that. So to review that real quick, super important. So I just changed where the local origin is for this component group, which is my frame of my robot. If I now come in and do the position of this, it's going to show that that is 12.7 millimeters higher. If I lower this, I'm going to move it down. I'm going to show my robot, and now my robot's going to be sitting on top of the plate. So now I have the robot mounted to the plate, and everything looks good on that. The base frame is the origin of the station. Okay, so that's how you import a robot, or not import, but you build a virtual controller for the 2600. If you wanted to see it move and rotate around, you can just highlight it. I can move it to a different spot. I can update the task frame if I wanted to. I'm just going to move it back to where it was. I think that's good for this one. In this video, we discussed how parts are organized. We also discussed how local origins of those parts can be changed. And we also discussed how to build a virtual controller. As always, we hope you liked the video and found it useful. Please let us know what you think and what you'd like to see next. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel.